So this is deck building, ninjas, because you're gonna need ninjas in order to deal damage, in order to play jutsus, in order to do anything, right? When it is a Naruto card game, so ninjas would be obviously important. I'm only gonna be talking about the main deck ninjas, not no squad or reinforcement ninjas. Those are for separate videos. We're just focusing on ninjas that you would put into your main deck. So the turn markers will go from 0 and up. So you look at 0 cost, 0 turn ninjas, and pick and choose which ones you want to play with for whatever effects you need. Power, obviously those types of stats you want to take into account. Ninjas have different effects, obviously, some don't. And then there's the ones that have characteristics that essentially give them edit abilities, edit effects beyond whatever effects text they have. This one has stockpile as an effect, but you can see it also has the word growth in capital red letters under its name, and its name is Tenten. So you see it has mental power. It's female. It's leaf. It's Ginning. She has a combat attribute, which is weapon, all the way at the bottom right. Then you see it's a healthy status numbers, combat power 1, support 1, and then when it's injured, it has combat power 1 and support 1. So it's always good to try to find ninjas in general, not just in 0 cost, but in general, that have both combat power and support power, because you might want to interchange when you're teaming them up, or if you separate the ninjas and don't have them in a team, you have them as individual ninjas and their own one-man teams. Them having power is useful. You don't want a ninja that, let me see, here's an example that has healthy or injured, has 0 power, and then try to have it by itself, because it's going to have 0 power. It's never going to be able to do no damage. So you have to use it as a support ninja, because you see this one has support. So this will always be used as a support ninja, will never be used as a head ninja or a one-team ninja. So it's always good to look for ninjas that have the same type of power. That their support and their power are pretty much the same, because it gives you a bit of balance. No matter if you make them the head ninja or support ninja, they're always giving a consistent number. Now there are ninjas that the numbers are different. As you can see in this platoon, it's a 4-2, so it has 4 power in combat power and has 2 support. So as a head ninja, it's really good because it's strong. It starts off at 4. Add other ninjas to the team, you go from 4 and up in power. But you can put it as a support ninja, and it will only give 2 power. Some ninjas are stronger when they're injured than when they're healthy. Like Naruto, for example, he tends to be stronger when he's injured than when he's healthy. So sometimes you gotta be strategic with Naruto or a ninja similar to that, where you have to deliberately injure your ninja in order to take advantage of that injured power. So you see there's turn 0s like 10-10 for example, and then Inkfish is a turn 1 ninja. So you want and then there's turn 2s. Let me show turn 2. This is a platoon, but still it's a turn 2. turn 3. This one has a hand cost, but normally turn 3s don't have hand costs. And then you go to 4, 5, and higher. Here's a turn 6 with a hand cost. So you get the idea. My tip for ninjas is you want to look for ninjas between that are 0, 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, and tweak the ratio of copies of cards you use within those numbers. But any ninjas that are 5 and above interest cost, you should always have a very low number. 1 copy, 2 copy, for example. You can have up to 3 copies of any ninja of any name. So let me use these examples to point that out. We have here Tsunade. As you can see, her name is Tsunade. But we have the 5th with the number 5, TH, Hokage. And if you see her in the yellow letters, you see where it says name Tsunade. So while she's on the field, she is treated as Tsunade. In your deck, in your hand, she's not Tsunade, she's just the 5th Hokage. Now there is another 5th Hokage, but it's written out as FIFTH. It doesn't have a number. So this will count as another separate card. But if you notice in the red text, it says name Tsunade. So on the field, she's Tsunade, but in your hand, she's the 5th Hokage. In your deck, she's the 5th Hokage. So in other words, you can have 3 of this card, 3 of this card, 3 of this card. You can even have 3 of this card. Tsunade Childhood, you see in the red, name is Tsunade. And here's Tsunade Kimono, name in red is Tsunade. So on the field, they're all Tsunades, but in your hand deck, they are different. This one's Tsunade Kimono. This one's the 5th. This one's the 5th with the 5. This one is just Tsunade. So, and this one's Tsunade Childhood. So you can literally have all 5 of those in your deck. 3 copies of each, and you have literally 15 Tsunades in your deck. But you're only allowed up to 3 cards of the same name. So as you can see, this is Tsunade. Even though all the other ones are also Tsunades, they're only Tsunades on the field. This is just Tsunade as an actual card. So if there was another card that says Tsunade, you won't be able to use 3 of this Tsunade and 3 of those. You would have to, take 2 away. Take 1 away to add 1. You have to mix and match until you have up to 3. That's important to note, because I definitely like that detail, because I definitely want to put all these Tsunades into one deck and make a Tsunade deck. Different ninjas have different effects. Ambush, as you can see here in red, in bold, ambush. That's an added ability that this card has. Besides its effect text, this means, ambush means this ninja can be deployed from your chakra area. So this is one effect you definitely want to make sure you have on a ninja. Always look out for that effect. That's what I'm saying. Always look out for that effect. It has multiple uses besides the fact that the ninja deploys from the chakra area. It's the fact that you can. Alright, so what I'm trying to say is a combo with ambush is you play a mission card, put the ninja that has ambush into your chakra area, and then deploy it from your chakra area. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, has multiple uses, because you can combo that strategy. You can take a ninja that's in your discard pile, put it into your chakra area, and then deploy it from there. The whole point is, as long as you get a ninja that has ambush into your chakra area, you can always deploy them for your once per turn ninja deployment rule. Here's a special type of ninja that is unique. Non-unique. All ninjas are unique, which means you can only have 1 Tsunade, 1 Naruto, 1 so on on the field at any given time in your village. But non-uniques, like how Inkfish is, you can have as many copies as you want. Another non-unique is this one, because this is Naruto Uzumaki clone. So this is not the Naruto. This is one of his clones. So it doesn't. So it's a Naruto Uzumaki clone. So then you can actually still have Naruto Uzumaki in your deck. So you can have 3 of this, 3 of Naruto's. Yeah, so you have 6 Naruto's essentially in your deck, but 1 is a clone, and the other one would actually be Naruto. And then, what was I saying about this one? I think maybe there's another, because there's another clone Naruto that has an effect. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, this is not like the other Naruto. There's a Naruto that clone that I use that has non-unique, so I can actually have multiple copies of it in play. This clone Naruto doesn't have non-unique. That's all I wanted to point out, that I thought that one had non-unique, but it doesn't. But as you can see, non-unique, so you can have multiple. You can have multiple copies of this one on the field. So you can have 3 Inkfishes in play at the same time. Let's see what other characteristics to point out. There's so much details. I just wanted to point out. This one has mastery. That's a very useful effect. There's a rule book where you can look up all the keywords. I'm not going to go into every keyword that that a ninja could have. I just want to focus on the non-unique. You definitely want to find ninjas that have that. You also want to any ninja that says you could put it into play by doing something is always worth looking into. Like Inkfish, for example. During your mission phase, you could pay 3 chakra, put this ninja card into play from your hand, which is awesome. That bypasses the once per turn ninja deployment rule. So always gotta like finding stuff like that. Any ninja with ambush is always good to have. Any ninja with growth, I will show Tenten. She has growth. That means if you already have a 10-10 on the field, you can, it still counts as a deployment, so you have to deploy it regular, and you send that 10-10 that's already in play to your chakra area, and then play the new 10-10, right? And then you'll get a growth coin. So you get a coin, put the coin on top of the ninja, which will probably be like this one 10-10 for example, and then the coin represents a +1/+1 power boost. So this 10-10 will be a 2/2 instead of a 1/1. So it has 2 combat power and 2 support power. So that's what that's for. So it's always good to make sure your ninjas have growth, because I think the Naruto that I use a lot doesn't have growth. This one does. So as you can see, this one can get a little bit stronger. The one I use won't. Let's see, this one has growth. No, this just has ambush. This one doesn't have none of those. Now, let me check one more time. See if anything else has any added ability that could be noteworthy. Alright, nothing. No extra effects that's noteworthy. Let's go straight into platoons. Alright, so platoons. As you can see, this is Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha. That is the full name of this individual card. As you can see, it doesn't have in red Naruto Uzumaki or Sasuke Uchiha. There's some cards that do that, but this is not one of them. So, in this scenario, you can have 3 of these and still have 3 Narutos and 3 Sasukes in your deck. So you have a total of 9 ninjas, right? The way you play a platoon ninja is you gotta have at least one of the 2 ninjas that are depicted in the card. So in this case, Naruto and Sasuke. So if you have Naruto on the field, you can I'm not too, forgot. I don't know if it's you send to the discard pile to play a Platoon Ninja, or you put into the chakra area to play Platoon Ninja. It's one of those two. Sorry that I don't recall at the moment. Ironically, I could look it up. Go to the rulebook. As you can see, I'm using the app, and you can check all the other keywords of the cards. Sorry that I'm spending time looking up small detail that you could obviously look up after watching the video. Okay. There's Platoon. Alright, during your mission phase, if a ninja card with this characteristic is in your hand and you have exactly one ninja in your village that shares any of the Platoon ninjas' names, you can replace that ninja with this ninja while there are no effects on the chain. The entrance and hand costs of the Platoon ninja must be met. The replaced ninja is moved to its own chakra area, so it is a chakra area, not discard pile. Unlike ambush, this does not count as a deployment. The card comes into play in healthy status, and any effects or coins on the ninja is placed. It replaced are not transferred / applied to the Platoon ninja. So it's a good way of healing your ninja if your ninja is injured and it has like some -1/1 token. Counters on it, poison counters, all types of counters on it. Once you deploy, once you play you replace it with the Platoon ninja. It's a whole new ninja. It's a whole new ninja, healthy, uninjured. While face up on the field, though, there we go. While face up on the field, this card is treated as Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha. This part I don't know for a fact. Either this counts as just like one name, Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha, while on the field, or it counts as both their names, which means one you have both Naruto and Sasuke on the field. It technically should count as you have Naruto and Sasuke, which means you won't be able to deploy any other Narutos or Sasuke's onto your village while this Naruto and Sasuke card is on the field. So I'm going with that logic. I don't know for a fact that that's the case. I would like it that it didn't, that this was its own individual card, so that way I can still put Naruto and Sasuke on the field and do some extra craziness, right? But more likely this will prevent you from having either Naruto or Sasuke on the field, because you technically already have Naruto and Sasuke on the field. Alright, so that's how you use a Platoon ninja. Pointing out if you just played Naruto or Sasuke that turn, like you deploy them, used their effect or something, or did whatever you want with them, but you deploy them that turn, you can Platoon on top of that. You don't have to wait a turn to deploy, because this does not count as a deployment. So you can deploy Naruto or Sasuke and then Platoon. So that's a really awesome ability of Platoon ninjas. Let's say there was a Naruto that had the ability to search out a ninja that has Naruto in its name, or Uzumaki's name. Oh, there you go. You can play that Naruto, get this Platoon, and then Platoon in the same turn. So then you end up having this on the field, which is really cool. Let's see, any other details? I already mentioned you want ninjas with ambush, ninjas with growth. You want the ninjas to have more than one attack power. Like, you want their attack and support to be relatively equal. At least look for it. Obviously, you're gonna get ninjas that don't have, don't have combat power and support power. They're equal numbers. They're gonna be, odds, evens. They're gonna be different numbers. But if you can find ninjas with the same type of number on both combat and support, that's always good to look for. These are just tips, rule of thumbs, things that I like to do and look forward to That's why, the thing I like about Inkfish is that he is a 2/2, so that's pretty decent. That means he can always be a head ninja or support ninja. You just never know what you need when you need it. The fact that I can literally have like 3 Inkfishes in play at the same time, and then put them all together in the same team. So then one of them will be the head ninja, 2 power, right? 2 power. Then the other 2 will be support ninjas. So then that's an extra 4 power, so that you have a 6 power team with just Inkfishes. So I like that, the fact that I could put the ninjas together and they will create power. If all the ninjas I had was 2 zeros, then I'll put one as a head ninja that's 2 power, but then the other 2 have, if they're support ninjas, you put them as back ninjas, they have 0 power. 0 support, which means the team's power together is just power of 2. So for all that, I might as well have them separate. At least with a ninja that has both combat and support, even if the numbers aren't the same, I'm just saying, look for ninjas that have power and support. Try to avoid ninjas that only have support or only have power. Like these cards. These are good cards. Obviously, these would be tech cards. These would be cards you use mainly for their effects, not their stats. But make sure you keep an eye on the stats, because it's too easy to look at a ninja and be like, oh my god, this has an awesome effect. Oh my god, this has an awesome effect. And just fill your deck up with a whole bunch of ninjas that have awesome effects. But then when you start putting them on the field and start teaming them up, you start realizing that they don't add up. Like this this Karen and this Naruto. Let's say Naruto's in his injured status, 5 power. And then we have Karen in, healthy status in the same team, so she'll give 2 power support to Naruto while he's injured. And there right there's a team power 7. Which is, a decent number. Looking for something else. But anyway, trying to think, 'cause there might be one other ability that would be important in a ninja that you might want to consider. Growth ambush.